Today, I am working with a Great Pyrenees puppy, a breed known for its size, strength, and independent nature. As a flock guarding breed, the Great Pyrenees doesn't naturally bond with humans the way some working breeds like German Shepherds do. They are incredibly strong and stubborn, and trying to physically challenge them can backfire. They know their size and strength. They're not afraid to use it. This breed isn't for the faint of heart. Training them requires calmness, patience, and a level of stubbornness that matches theirs. Using positive reinforcement, verbal motivation, and respect-based training is far more effective than relying on physical tools like prong collars or e-collars. In this video, I'll show you how I use a slip leash and my calm, consistent energy to guide this puppy. As a small trainer working with a large, strong breed, I'm proving that if you're calm, patient, positively stubborn, the dog will respect you as the pack leader and follow your commands. You can see here I'm giving her a down. I have her on a slip lead. You see how she looks away? That's her just trying to distract herself, hoping that I'm just going to give up. And she just keeps looking away. And then eventually she checks. See, I kind of, get her attention. She looks back at my hand. These are all typical type things that they do. Try to distract themselves from the actual session. And you just show them that you're going to keep following through. See how she keeps looking behind her? Now, the other reason that they tend to look behind them, especially because I am giving her a down command, is because she's looking to see that nothing is going to come up to her back end. Okay? It's self-preservation. She wants to make sure nothing is going to get her while she's down. She's in a vulnerable position if she lays down. And so she wants to make sure there's nothing back there. But she's also going to use that as a distraction. You just keep doing little corrections, just to get her attention. And basically all you're doing is annoying her until she does what I've told her to, which is the down. This is where the patience comes in. When they realize you're just going to stand there and wait them out, then they start realizing, okay, the faster I do this, the faster the session ends. And so then they come around a lot faster. You have to be very patient when you're working with this breed. And just by waiting her out, she finally goes down. Fabulous. That's what you're looking for. And then you pet them and you let them know that you appreciate what they did. And then here we go into our heel, we move around. Now, especially this breed is much larger. They're not really built for speed, endurance, that kind of stuff. So the sessions tend to be very short. But you'll see here, we go through another sit and down. And she purposely distracts herself by looking around. By giving that positive reinforcement, just the petting and all, she goes through the commands a lot faster. Now you see for this one, the down, she went right through it. She didn't, fight me. And that's because I waited her out the first time. When she realizes I'm more stubborn than she is, she follows through a lot faster. And that's the reality with this breed. Yes, you can put a prong collar on them. You can pop them, give them a correction. But the difference is with a breed this strong, and then because they really don't have the respect for the human, because their job is to protect the human and the flock and everything, so they don't connect on that level with the human. So sometimes if you overcorrect, and unfortunately sometimes with prong collars, you have a tendency to overcorrect, causing pain, the dog could easily turn on you, feeling that you don't have the authority to correct them in that manner. So for me, taking this by using the slip lead, I'm working at trying to get the dog to respect me. I want them to respect the commands, respect my authority, my leadership, and I do so in a way that is non-confrontational. Whereas the prong collars, the e-collars, is more of a confrontational method. And it can cause a dog to want to fight you more on a physical level. And so again, I'm a small person. I prefer to work, the larger breeds. I want the dogs responding to verbal commands. But they're going to do that once they respect you. So that's the biggest thing. You have to earn their respect. And in the meantime, they're earning your respect. They're earning your trust, and it's a two-way street. But this creates a bond that lasts forever. And you have to remember, see, this girl here, she's actually a rescue. So she wasn't, purchased to be on a farm working as a Great Pyrenees. She was purchased to be a pet. And this is not the breed for that personality. They have to be socialized. They have to be trained. Can they be pets? Absolutely. But you have to really work with them to teach them how to be pets. And you have to be very careful also at how you do that. So it's very important for the rescues who end up with these dogs to find people who want to adopt them, to make sure that those people are going to follow through with the correct type of training to ensure that the dog does stay in the home and continues to flourish. You see here how every time she looks back, I give those little corrections to get her to look forward. And the reason I do that is because this is a trust building exercise. It's not just about getting her to lay down. I want her to trust. I know there's nothing behind her. Nothing is going to come up behind her and get her. I'm not going to allow it. So by not allowing her to look backwards, she has to trust that I'm not going to let anything get in her space. And that's more about what this particular exercise is. So you see here, she's like, I just don't feel it. So she stood up. So I just kind of get the leash, put her back into a sit. And I don't even give her the sit command. I just put tension on the leash and she immediately sat right back down. And then we just continue to work this until she stops looking backwards and she just goes into that down position. But again, this is more about a trust building exercise than just doing the actual command. A lot of people teach these, it's a down, it's a sit, and they think it's just a position. But the dogs actually get something from each position.